The film's story revolves around Nadya, a woman whose identity has been almost completely lost in the harsh and merciless aesthetic of classical ballet. For years, her life was a series of endless rehearsals, overcoming physical pain, and brutal self-denial. For her, her body was never a source of pleasure or simply a biological shell. It was an instrument that required constant polishing, correction, and the suppression of any natural impulses. In the distant past, when Nadya was at the peak of her career and faced with a choice between great art and motherhood, she made a radical decision. Leaving her newborn son, Mario, to be raised by his mother in a provincial town, she returned to the spotlight, choosing solitude and success. Decades later, having become a strict and demanding teacher, Nadya begins to feel the weight of her years and past traumas. A sudden impulse compels her to return to her mother's house, to see, after almost a lifetime, the man she once abandoned. Upon arrival, she meets a grown, handsome young man. Mario has grown into an athletic and physically developed man, passionate about fitness and training, which creates an invisible but very strong bond between them. Both are obsessed with controlling their bodies. From the very first minutes of their interaction, it becomes clear that the standard mother and son categories don't apply here. There's no emotional intimacy between them, no attempt to make up for years of separation through tenderness and remorse. Instead, a frightening, almost magnetic interest in each other's physicality emerges. Nadya views Mario not as a child, but as the perfect embodiment of her own ambitions and lost youth. She begins to spend more and more time with him, and their interactions quickly evolve into a strange, intense interaction, where physical contact becomes the primary language. The director meticulously depicts the process of their bonding, joint training sessions, muscle exploration, endurance tests. Gradually, the boundaries of what is permissible begin to blur. What began as an attempt to make up for lost time turns into a dangerous psychological game, where both characters voluntarily abandon social norms and moral constraints. It's as if Nadya is conducting an experiment on herself and her son, testing how far one can go in denying human nature. Their relationship grows increasingly intimate and destructive, turning into an absolute taboo. Nadya enters into a relationship with Mario, completely ignoring biological kinship and social prohibitions. It doesn't feel like classic passion, rather, it's a cold, almost clinical exploration of the limits of oneself and another. In this space, there's no room for conventional feelings, only physicality, discipline, and a challenge to society. Those around them, including Nadya's mother, begin to sense an unhealthy atmosphere gathering around the couple, but the couple seems to be trapped within an impenetrable cocoon. For them, this great leap beyond morality becomes a way to feel alive in a world where everything else has long since lost its meaning. Nadya sees this forbidden intimacy as the highest form of self-honesty, although in reality, it only plunges her deeper into the abyss of alienation. The film's climax demonstrates the peak of this obsession, when the real world finally ceases to exist for the characters. However, contrary to expectations, this violation of fundamental principles brings them neither liberation nor catharsis. Mario remains trapped in this strange dynamic, while Nadia ultimately returns to her normal life. In the final scenes, we see her back in ballet class. She remains just as cold, just as demanding of her students, forcing them to push their bodies to the point of exhaustion. But now, her gaze betrays the realization that her act of transgression has forever cut her off from the rest of humanity. She has performed her grand jete, a leap into the void, after which it is impossible to land back where she was. The film leaves the viewer with a heavy sense of emptiness, emphasizing that seeking salvation in the destruction of basic human values only leads to an even more radical and hopeless loneliness. That concludes our analysis. You'll find all the additional details about the film in the description below this video.